I still remember the first night I heard the voice. It was exactly 2:17 in the morning. Everyone in the house was asleep, but suddenly, someone whispered my name, Ada. The strange thing is, I was alone in the room. My name is Ada, and I live with my grandparents in a small quiet village. Our house is old, but I've always loved it. The tall trees, the quiet nights, the peaceful air, but everything changed the night the voice started calling me. The first time it happened, I thought I was dreaming. I woke up suddenly and heard a man's voice whisper softly, Ada. Come here. I looked around my room, nothing, no one. The door was locked and the windows were closed. I told myself it was just a dream. Always whispering my name, sometimes it sounded like it was behind me, sometimes it felt like someone was standing beside my bed. One night the voice said something different, Ada. Open the door. My heart started beating so fast I thought it would jump out of my chest. I was terrified. The next morning, I ran to my grandmother and told her everything. She looked worried, but my grandfather, he didn't say anything, he just stared at me quietly. That evening, my grandfather called me outside. We sat under the big mango tree near our house. Then he pointed toward the old abandoned hut behind our compound. A long time ago, he told me, a man lived there. One night he disappeared. Some people say his spirit never left. I felt my body turn cold, then asked the question that had been troubling me, if that is true. Why is the voice calling my name? My grandfather looked directly at me, then he said something that shocked. Because you are the only one who can hear him. That night, I couldn't sleep. I stayed awake, waiting. Then the clock reached 2:17 a.m., and the voice came again, Ada. Come. My whole body was shaking, but this time, I decided to do something different. I stood up, slowly. I opened the door. Outside, the wind was cold and the village was silent. Then I heard it again, Ada. This time the voice was clearer. It was coming from the old hut. My legs felt heavy as I walked closer. The door of the hut slowly creaked open. Inside was darkness. Then suddenly, I saw a shadow. I wanted to run away, but the shadow spoke, "Thank you for coming." The voice didn't sound scary anymore, it sounded sad. The spirit told me that many years ago, he was wrongly accused of stealing. The villagers chased him away. He hid inside the hut, but no one ever listened to his side of the story. He died there. Alone, his spirit could not rest because the truth was never known. I listened carefully. The next morning, I told the village elders everything I heard. At first they didn't believe me, but after asking questions and checking old stories, they discovered something shocking. The man had been innocent. That night, I went back to the hut. The spirit appeared again, but this time he looked peaceful. "Thank you, Ada," he told me. "Now the truth is known." Slowly, his figure began to fade away. The wind stopped, the darkness lifted, and the voice that had called my name every night was finally gone. Since that day, I have slept peacefully, but sometimes when the night becomes very quiet, I still remember that voice, and I wonder how many other forgotten voices are still out there, waiting for someone brave enough to listen.